You know, Ali Ingersoll is a quadriplegic, and her power wheelchair is what gets her where she needs to go because she physically can't go in the cabin of the plane. It must be checked. And that's where her trip ended badly after her power wheelchair was damaged during transit.
My chair has been damaged on my first major international flight.
Documenting the damage done to her power wheelchair.
It's not supposed to be like that.
The power wheelchair belonging to Ali Ingersoll, Raleigh resident who for her 40th birthday decided to take a trip of a lifetime with friends to Costa Rica, where she went scuba diving and ziplining.
It profoundly impacted me where I realized that growing older in a wheelchair, that my years are getting numbered with the medical complications I'm going to be dealing with.
Flying with her power wheelchair is always a risk as it must be checked, and she says she worries about damage during transit. To protect it, she brought her own packing materials and wrapped her power wheelchair in bubble wrap.
I built a whole box around this where I flipped my joystick to the right side, bubble wrapped a box with all kinds of Velcro on it, and then we shrink wrapped it.
Her power wheelchair made it to Costa Rica with no damage, but on the return flight to the U.S., as soon as she spotted it in the luggage area, she knew she had a problem.
I said, wow, stop. This is not the way I left it.
Because Delta Airlines cracked.
We started unwrapping everything and pieces just started falling off.
Ingersoll documented all the damages and filed a claim with the airline Delta.
It's heartbreaking to me because we are people. We want to be independent. We want to travel safely.
We also contacted Delta, who didn't get back to us, but sent Ali this letter that apologizes for the difficulties. And it states that Delta complies with the Air Carrier Access Act by returning assisted devices to their owners in the same condition as provided to the airline. But in this case, admit in the letter, Delta failed in fulfilling this policy. Delta covered the repairs of Ingersoll's power wheelchair and also issued her a travel credit of $200 as a gesture of concern and goodwill. So she has her power wheelchair back, and she says this experience motivates her even more to continue to advocate for those with disabilities. She holds the title of Miss Wheelchair America and is heading to Washington, D.C. later this month to push for amendments to the Air Carrier Access Act and hope providing better protections for cases like this. Because she says, you know, they just want to fly and feel safe.
Yeah. She's a fighter, and she's impressive.
Oh, very impressive.
She did everything right. I mean, it's nice that Delta give the travel credit, too. Next time, take another layer of bubble wrap from Delta as well.
Exactly. That's a lot.